the reo, is, particularly our Māori members here will know, has been under threat, Mr. Speaker, for many, many years. So every little bit helps. Yes, we support the wardens, of course we support the wardens, of course we support pūtea going to Māori housing, but every little bit helps. And here's the thing, the reo is for everyone, Mr. Speaker. Greg Fleming knows over there, he's been learning the reo for a long time, and I mihi to you. I mihi to him, sir, Mr. Speaker, for his commitment to the language. You see, you might be a bit surprised sometimes, but I do believe the language is for everybody. In this country, Mr. Speaker, more Pākehā are learning the reo than Māori, which is terrific. You go to Wānanga, you'll see more Pākehā because they love the reo. The reo is incredibly important. But sadly, our people out there are seeing so much division in this house. So I'm proud to tautoko this language. You know, we're happy to live in towns, Mr. Speaker, and cities with Māori names like Whanganui, Kaitaia, Whangārei.
Willie Jackson, you're a total numbskull, and that's being polite. What's the capital of France? It's called Paris in English, and in French, it's Paris. What's the capital of Northland? It's called Whangārei in English, and Whangārei in Te Reo. Get off your high horse and educate yourself. Thank you for listening. WhangāreiTim.
But when it comes to Crown entities, we draw the line. What's wrong with calling our department Oranga Tamariki, Kāinga Ora? Good on Chris Bishop for not moving that name. Waka Kotahi. People start asking, do Māori names count? In Gisborne, for instance, over half of the population are of Māori descent, according to the 2023 census, a clear majority, 56%. But they have to all have their signs and names of government departments, sir, in English. What happened to democracy? Some people need to remember that Māori are members of the community too. That's what our people are saying. Baden Barber is saying that. Baden works with any party. Now he's calling the latest call from the government to remove bilingual signs racist. That's the type of kōrero that you're going to get out there. Baden ain't no radical. He just wants to see our reo out there. He's part of the fight for the language. You know, so some people have to realise that the Māori populations out there, they just want to see the language develop. They don't want to be called supporters of apartheid or when this type of kaupapa comes up. The fact is there's nothing to fear about a Māori name. Across the world, our culture and language are being celebrated, except it seems right now in this country. Now, I know the National Party has been supporters of the language before, but the kōrero coming from the Prime Minister says something else to us. What is this government so scared of? That's what people are saying. What are you so nervous of here? We've had Shannon Halbert say this is not a compulsory setup. You don't have to absolutely take the name. But by allowing Crown entities to adopt a Māori name, it will further enhance and support the language. It doesn't mean some of the governments will need to improve on their pronunciation. I'm not so picky about people mispronouncing the reo, as long as everyone makes an effort. I'm fine. I won't condemn anyone. The Prime Minister, as long as everyone has a crack, good on you. You know, that's what it's all about. We don't live in a fundamentalist world. But I say to everyone tonight that to support Shannon's bill would be great in supporting the language and maybe take away the image at the moment of this government being the biggest anti-Māori government in the last generation. Kia ora, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Erica Stanford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, I wasn't going to take a call this evening. In fact, I'm not on the speaking list, but after listening to the last couple of speeches, I thought it would be an important thing to do to take a call to set the record straight, especially after that last statement. This government in education has done more for Te Reo Māori than that government did in 6 long years. Mr. Speaker, this, as my colleague said, is a solution looking for a problem. We've already had the very long list of Crown entities that already have te reo names, Mr Speaker. But here, Mr Speaker, lies the problem with the government's position in the fact that they think that we are anti-Māori. As I've said, we've done more for the Māori language and education in the last 18 months than they did in 6 years. And here are a few things that should be put on the record when we're talking about te reo language revitalisation. Because we have a bilingual education system, Mr Speaker, and we've heard nothing from the other side of the House when we launched all of the pangaru, or the maths resources, in te reo Māori consistently across the country. Guess what? For the first time, consistently in te reo Māori, high-quality, curriculum-aligned resources created by Māori experts. Nothing in 6 years happened on that side of the House for pangaru, for language revitalisation in maths in our education system until now. And then when we do it, completely silent. What about structured literacy, Mr Speaker? For the first time ever, consistent nationwide te reo resources in te reo Māori for structured literacy, including an assessment, Hiri Witiro it's called, which is a check to make sure that our young learners are on track with their learning. Now, I know, Mr Speaker, you're getting ready to tell me to speak to the bill.
I am. Well
I can tell that you're leaning
yes.
in. But I think that it's only fair when things like that are said across the House, that this is the most anti-Māori government. It's important to put on the record all of the things that we have done in structured literacy and in maths, all of those things to make sure that we are, properly resourcing a bilingual education system. So when it comes to this bill, Mr Speaker, it is well-intentioned. We understand that it's important to have names in English and te reo Māori. However, as has already been laid out this evening, almost all of the Crown entities that were listed in the members' bill already have te reo names. And so, as I said, it's a problem looking for a solution, but it goes wider, Mr Speaker, to the priorities of an opposition when this is the best that they have. Are they out here tonight talking about a bilingual education system or properly resourcing it? No, they're looking for something that's already done in most cases. It's a waste of this House's time to forward a bill that can already be done. There are so many ways, Mr Speaker, that we could properly be investigating the revitalisation of te reo Māori in this country. And bringing a bill forward that does something that already exists, that we don't need legislation for, just shows the level of incompetence of the opposition when this is literally the best that they've got. How bereft of ideas are they that this is the bill that they bring to the House? And that is why, in 6 long years, it's really difficult to point to anything when it comes to the revitalisation of te reo Māori that you can point to. Because this is a government who cares about the language, who is investing in things that actually matter, not only in education, but across other areas as well, which is why we don't bring bills like this to the House. Not only are they a waste of our time or a waste of our resource, we have so many other more important things that we could be doing to revitalise the language, to properly resource it, rather than bringing a bill like this. And I have to say to them, well, congratulations for getting it drawn out of the House, but try harder next time, Mr Speaker. There are so many more things that are more important when it comes to properly resourcing te reo Māori and properly resourcing a bilingual education system that he could be bringing, rather than, as we say, a solution that's looking for a problem, Mr Speaker. And as we say, we're not opposed to the use of te reo Māori names. What we're opposed to, if we were opposed, Mr Speaker, like that member just yelled out, to the Māori language, then why on earth would we be spending millions and millions and millions of dollars doing everything in the education system in te reo Māori that we're doing in English? Why would we be doing that?